There's a problem. The older woman sighed, and it wasn't for the first time that day. Her daughter looked around, perhaps for sympathy or alliance, but saw only well-known family faces, scrutinising plates, their hands filling glasses, and their sudden need to check mobile phones. "My therapist said I must always be honest when something is wrong," continued Emily. "Your therapist has a lot to answer for," muttered Oscar, the petulant young woman's father, who sought his wife's face for moral support. Shelley nodded. "Your dad's right," she said. "It's 10:15 on Christmas morning and you've already made 26 honest and forthright comments. And before you dispute that number, I have made accurate notes, as recommended by Shannon. We aren't having a go at you, Emily. Shannon didn't mean you should complain honestly and forthrightly about everything, but that you should express your feelings more honestly and gently. It helps all of us when you do that." Emily fell silent and looked down at her side plate. Emily and the 5 other family members present had just been presented with a toasted bagel smothered in cream cheese, draped with smoked salmon strips and decorated with half an olive and 2 short stalks of chives. Bryn, Emily's 9-year-old brother, shouted, "Yum! Best part of Christmas Day!" and immediately took a huge bite, leaving white and cheesy smell marks as he chewed. He had already burped with satisfaction before Emily had even been served her bagel. Emily should have been served first. Emily was always served first. Of course, the restaurant staff, who had sacrificed their Christmas morning to serve paying families with their Christmas special deli breakfast, had no idea that Emily should have been served first. They clearly also had no idea that she required her knife on the right and fork on the left, or that any drinking glass other than a highball tumbler would be unacceptable, that the milk for her tea must be preheated, and that she could not eat without her placemat from home. Shelley or Oscar should have ensured that these requirements and all Emily's other requirements were met even before any booking had been made. No matter that this year was their 11th year of trooping to the Cross Keys for Christmas breakfast. Cherry, aged only 12, with cheeks full of fishy cheesy bread, spluttered, "Eat it, Em, it's amazing!" When Emily pushed away her plate, Cherry, with all the opinionated certainty of an almost teen, sighed. "You're so weird," she said. Oscar put his finger on his lips. "Cherry, remember, we don't use that word. Get on with your food." "I don't like chives," stated Emily. Her mum reached over the table and removed the offending 2-inch-long strips, popping them straight into her mouth. "Problem solved," she said. "I wish they could all be solved that easily," mumbled Oscar. "There is chive juice on the salmon. There is salmon juice on the cream cheese. There is cream cheese juice on the bagel." "I understand," said Shelley, rolling her eyes just as a waitress arrived at the table. "Do you need anything?" the waitress asked. "Please could you bring another bagel for my daughter?" Shelley asked politely. "Bagel, untoasted, cream cheese in a small pot, salmon the same. No chives, no olive. Would that be possible?" "Of course, madam," the waitress said, and left. "I have 2 autistic brothers, I get it." "Wait," shouted Emily. "There's a problem." Dad sighed and took a bite of his bagel before looking away and scrutinising a poster advertising the very event they were attending. He focused on the pixelated holographic and breathed deeply. "Make it stop," he thought. "Make it stop. I need my placemat from home. I need the knife and fork doing differently. I need a different glass, a different cup, and I need to be facing the window and far away from the door. I need Fanta, not Tango. I need a cushion on this chair." "Right away, madam," said the waitress when she'd finished writing on her pad. Oscar caught her arm as she left the family group. "You're very understanding," he said. "Oh, of course," she said. "My brothers are also very demanding." Cherry and Bryn sat together, making faces from the olives and cheese on their bagels, and they giggled sweetly. Emily scowled at them from over the table. "I hate Christmas," she shouted. That was Christmas with Emily, a short story by Lesley Atherton.